Today I want to talk about how to meditate, to expose that there is actually a vast difference between trying to meditate and actually meditating. When a person applies a technique to meditate or a method to meditate, they're using that method to try and reach a particular state that is a result of that method. So the method itself should not be misunderstood as being meditation. It's the attempt to reach what we're calling meditation. So when you're applying a technique and repeating a technique, you're repeating a method in trying to reach what you consider to be a state of meditation. And what I noticed has become significantly confused in the mass media of meditation today throughout the world is that the focus has become about many different techniques. One technique is much the same as another. It's just a group of words or a visualization or a mantra, which is still a group of words. Basically, it's just thinking. But it's thinking to try and achieve some type of result from that thinking. And this is where it's very flawed. So the technique itself, if you know a technique of meditation, you don't know meditation. You're just using a technique in the hopes that it might drop away and you may find yourself meditating one day. But generally you won't. Generally you get addicted to the meditation technique, and because of the repetition of it, you end up with an effect from that. So what is meditation has to be separated from the techniques to meditate in order for you to understand how to meditate. So how to means something different when related to mechanical tasks than when related to meditation. And with mechanical tasks, you're adding something. With meditation, you are actually subtracting something. Whatever you add through thought, in the sense of techniques or beliefs or ideas or what you're trying to achieve, changes how you already are, and therefore is a distraction from the reality of you as you are. So if what you're doing is changing how you feel or how you are, meaning if the technique you're using is changing the way it already feels to be you and taking you in a different direction, how is that in any way helping you come into contact with you as you are and understand you? It's not, is it? It's a distraction from you as you are. So in this sense, using the technique to meditate is a conflict with what you're trying to achieve. And what you're trying to achieve is to experience and know yourself as you are, and to be settled in that. But ironically, applying a technique to change or improve yourself is underhandedly confirming that you are lacking something, and so it keeps you trying to achieve something through the technique. But the suggestion that you need to achieve something, and therefore also suggesting that you lack something, is a trap. And the trap is that you can't get anywhere with that. One supports the other. The idea that I must improve and the attempt to improve supports the idea that I'm lacking. So this also is not how you need to be meditating. If you were to meditate, you need to come back to the sense of yourself as you actually are. And what you think about yourself and have been taught to think about yourself, or what your meditation technique tells you about yourself or the direction it takes you in, is nothing to do with you. It's just another form of thinking, and it will bring about its own results. To meditate, to really meditate, is all to do with you. And to get back in touch with you is to come back to the physically felt sense of yourself in the body and the sensations of your sense organs. And that's all you know of yourself in the world. Anything you add to this is just thinking. So Although we've used methods to achieve results in mechanical processes in life, we can't do that with ourselves. Because in ourselves, as soon as we try and achieve or improve anything on ourselves, we are immediately setting up a conflict and are at odds with ourselves. And this addition is all thinking. It's not meditation, really. And so to say that meditation is to think on something is one use of the word. But when it comes to the use of the word in the sense of a meditator, meditating, you are not meditating on something. You think on something. You think about something. And that something you think about is separate to yourself. It has to be separate to yourself because you can't actually think about yourself. You can only experience yourself. As soon as you think about yourself, you are in the area or the arena of your perception of yourself, your bias about yourself. But to experience yourself as you are is a direct a sensation in the body. And so meditation is to come back to that direct experience of yourself in the body as you are. And this is deeper than thinking. And this is where you actually get the depth of meditation, and the idea of meditation being an absence of thinking and a silence all comes from this, is that the only absence of thinking you're ever going to experience is when you come back to the sense of yourself in the body. Once you come back to the sense of yourself in the body and you really are fully engaged in that experience or that sense of yourself in the body, you will find thinking will not be a problem. There is no thinking there. There is just the sense of yourself. And in that sense of yourself, and from that sense of yourself, you find you come to understand yourself for yourself and from yourself as you really are, without the taint of any thought, perception or idea getting involved, because at that level there is no thinking, there is just sensing. So with this solid basis of yourself, as in the physical sense of yourself in the body, within this you are actually meditating. You are not trying to meditate, you are meditating. But when you're in this sense of yourself in the body, sometimes it feels uncomfortable, sometimes it feels painful, sometimes you feel distressed, you find yourself resisting it, you find yourself experiencing all the different sensations that one might experience from their life during any time in their life. And at times you'll find yourself uncomfortable and resisting that. This is also a part of your meditation. Whatever you like or don't like is a part of your meditation. Meditation is not about trying to achieve a result. Meditation is very unique to anything else. Everything else we do in life is to do it for a purpose or for an achievement. Meditation is not trying to achieve anything, because meditation is understanding and experiencing yourself as you are. And this is not something that you can achieve. This is something that you already are. You can't achieve that which is already occurring. It's already there. It's simply a matter of recognizing that. And even less than that, just experiencing that as it is. So when you're meditating, forget about what you think about or the ideas on meditation. By bringing your attention simply into the physical sense of yourself as you are, and just remain physically still. Now, as you remain physically still, you'll find the urge to move, the sensations of pain or discomfort in your body that arise, even the thought processes of that seem to be distracting you may feel a bit overwhelming at times. Let all that go on. Don't decide how your meditation should be. Don't determine how your meditation should go. Meditation is life, and it's allowing that to be exactly as it is. And the result from meditating in this very real way is that your aversion to things being exactly as they are, firstly starting with your aversion to you being exactly as you are, however that happens to be, that drops away. As your aversion to yourself as you are drops away, So you find yourself developing or redeveloping this capacity to be at ease with things as they are, not as they should be or how you want them to be, but how they actually are. So your realignment with reality comes back to you. You find you're able to cope with reality as it is, rather than always trying to change yourself or reality. You're able to exist in reality and be part of that reality. How can this come about? There's only really one way this comes about, and that's starting with yourself. So meditation is a profoundly beneficial thing. It has a benefit in it that nothing else offers. And this is because it's the only time that you come back to yourself as you actually are, without trying to change that, without thinking about that, without putting any opinion on that at all, and only experiencing the sensations of you sitting there quietly, physically quietly, not necessarily mentally quietly. Mentally quietly is not at all important one way or the other. That is just all part of what's going on inside of you. And so just allowing all that to go on will bring up your many opinions and aversions to many aspects of yourself. And as you stay with these aspects of yourself, or these experiences of yourself in your own time, in your own way, over time, your aversion to these, your discomfort with these, and your dislike of these drops away. And in that sense, your aversion to you being you, your aversion to yourself, your discomfort with yourself, and your dislike of yourself drops away. And it's only once your dislike of yourself drops away that you're at ease with being with whatever sensation is going on at the time within you, comes to you. And it's only when you have an ease with the sensation of you that you then can be more at ease with the stimulations of life around you. And in this sense, meditation enables you to live your life at ease with yourself and with your life. But it all starts with and is discovered in simply being physically quiet and still with yourself. And that's really all meditation is. It's very simple, but it's not superficial. And it won't always be easy to be with the sensations that you feel inside of yourself. Sometimes it will be very difficult, very painful. The most important thing then is to recognize your resistance to that pain and just come back to feeling that pain, that distress, that discomfort, understanding that this too is an important part of your meditation. And the more you just feel that, really feel that as a sensation in the body, you will actually experience dramatic changes in that. And that will bring about dramatic changes in your life and your capacity to be at ease with all the things that life throws at you. And this is a massive difference between real meditation and the meditation based on techniques to try and achieve pleasant states or other states.